Hi, it's my birthday, and I thought I would stop in today just to do a quick video. Hi, welcome to my channel. Um, I'm going to do a quick video. This is going to be a video just kind of talking to you a little bit since today is my 48th birthday. And I just kind of wanted to talk just a little bit about some things that I have learned over the past 48 years. You're like, wow, she's 48. Yes, I'm 48. Today is my 48th birthday. And I am excited about my birthday. I am thankful that I'm still here and just kind of looking forward to what is to come. So I thought that for my birthday that I would just kind of just give some tips or just some discussion about what I've learned over the past 48 years. One of the biggest things that I've learned is patience. Um, don't try to get ahead of the game. Don't try to get ahead of God. Um, just be patient. The scripture says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. In life, things can get a little bit hard. Over these past 48 years, I've been dealt some very hard cards. If that's the term that you would like to put out there. You just never know what kind of things you're going to have to deal with. We're not brought into this world knowing the end of our story, not even knowing our journey or where life is going to take us. And I would just say patience has been one of the things that I've learned because when I try to take things into my own hands, sometimes I am kind of like what that song says, Circles or something by Travis Green. I can't really think of the name of it. Cycles, that's what it is, cycles. Um, if you don't if you don't get it right the first time, you end up going back around again, and you keep going in cycles. And so, in order to get out of a cycle, you have to do some things differently. You have to learn how to wait on God and be in tune with what He is putting in the path for you and making sure that you are following His leading. Um, Sometimes it's hard because you want things to happen quickly and fastly, and everything happens in His own time. You cannot get ahead of God. You cannot go out there and do things on your own because you will end up bumping your head. And he was like, oh my God, what do I do now? How am I going to get out of this situation? So, what you want to do is learn some patience, learn to wait, and sometimes you just have to learn to let things work out on their own. You don't want to just say, hey, I'm going to do this and not really think about it, not have a plan, because every single time you have to start back over. And when you start back over, you end up wasting a lot of time. A lot of time. If we just took our time, listen to God, we will get to where He wants us to go. And that's what we have to do, is go where God is leading us. We have to learn to be obedient. A lot of times when you're growing up, you don't want to listen to your parents. You want to be in the mindset that I'm grown, I do what I want to do. And sometimes, well, in most times, most cases, you're going to have to listen. You're going to have to listen at home. You're going to have to listen on your job. There's always someone over you. And one, we know that God is always over us. And then we have leaders in every area of our lives. There's someone that is a leader. And you have to listen and be under good leadership. And if you're not under good leadership, then not having good guidance, you can end up in the wrong place. So it's going to be important that, one, you wait on God. 2 that you are obedient, and 3 that you have good leaders in your life, people that you look up to, people that you can talk to and have in your support system. So always remember that if you wait on God, that He is going to give you what you need. He has already put those things in place. The scripture says, delight yourself in the Lord, which is one of my favorite scriptures. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. So if you put into practice to put God first, then everything else will fall into place. You will not to say that you won't have like some things that don't happen just how you are expecting that they will happen, but what I'm saying is, if you follow after God, everything else that you desire, put God first, everything else will come into place. Practice patience. Do not go ahead of God. And I can say that because there's been a lot of times that I know in my life, even with some things that I've dealt with personally, that I've had to backtrack and start over. And so if I've done it a number of times, when I start to think about it, I would be like, if I had just waited on God to intervene or to listen to exactly what He was saying, I would not have ended up in this situation. We cannot go around blaming things on the devil, blaming things on the family, even blaming them on people that we have interactions with. Some of the things that happen to us in our life is because of our own personal decisions and not listening to the guidance of God. We have to think about what it is that we're doing, and just apply this scripture to your life. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And if we're going to do that, then automatically you're going to be obedient. You're going to be following after God. And if you're following after Him, you have no other choice but to be obedient to the things that He has laid out for you. I am a living witness of how God can bless you, how God can keep you. I am still here today because of His grace and His mercy. I am still here because He has kept me. I'm not here because of anything that I've done on my own. God is a keeper. I've been in a number of situations, and I know that He was the one who brought me out. I've probably had at least 6 surgeries. I've dealt with infertility. I have had endometriosis. I've had hysterectomy. I've had nicked colon doing surgery. I've had them tell me where, Miss Ayers, we thought that we lost you. We didn't know if you were going to make it. The things that normally comes easy in life, I've had to work and struggle through them. Every day I live in chronic pain with fibromyalgia. I know some people who have fibromyalgia, and they are not able to get up and work. But I have had to take a break from work, but God allowed me to get back to a place where I could work and still help in providing with my family, because that, like I said, there was a time that I was sick and I could not get up and go to work. But by me listening and obeying God, and one, taking a break, I took a personal self-care break away from work, away from everything, because I had to regroup. And when I first did it, I wasn't even sure how it was going to look, what it was going to be like. But there was something that I had to do in order to get to where I am now. Even in my current job, if I had not have taken a break, I would not have found this job that I feel personally was curated just for me. Somebody else had been there for a number of years, and this position came open, and the door was open for me. And I really do believe that God had a plan for me to be there at this time. When I started thinking about what I'm doing in my current position, working at the university, I see myself, I never thought of seeing myself as a teacher. and now I am one of the instructors or trainer, however you want to call it, and I train other social workers, and I am thankful for my position that I have. And it only came from me, I feel, being obedient and doing what God told me to do. And I'll just encourage you to wait patiently on God. Do not go ahead of God. Keep God first in your life. And this is me giving back to you on what I've learned over the past 48 years. Another thing, love hard. You never know when someone that you love is not going to be there. Do not take for granted time or space or whatever, because you just never know. Love hard, pray always, believe God, be patient. Um, Family is everything, and we have to do what we can to stay close together, even during this time of the COVID-19 and the pandemic that's going on in the world. This time is allowing for families to reevaluate themselves and love on each other and do things that you probably wouldn't be doing. So do not take this time for granted. Celebrate each other, love each other. Do not take this time for granted. And if you are tuning into my channel, make sure you do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. If there's more that you want from me as a content provider, video provider, leave it in the comment section. I am just thankful that I'm still here, and my thing that I know I'm here to do is to continue to encourage and inspire and help people. I remember when I was younger and I said I wanted to be a person that helped out and giving back. I didn't know what a social worker was, and I had to look it up. I was like, what kind of jobs allow you to do this? And that is what I've always wanted to do, is to help people, and that's what I do. I give back, and that's what I use on my channel to give back. That's what I use on my social media to encourage and inspire. And you can just tell me what it is that you want to hear. What do you want more of? And thank y'all for listening. I just wanted to give a few minutes of my time on my birthday to, one, give back, to tell you what I have learned in the past 48 years. One, I'm going to repeat myself, to be patient. Do not get ahead of God. And this lip gloss is really sticking to my lips. But anyway, do not get ahead of God. Keep God first, and watch everything else that you desire, that you want to see happen in your life and the lives of your loved ones. Encourage them to be patient. Sometimes being patient just calls for you to just not do anything and just see what happens. Because when you take things into your own hands, it may not be that well with you. You may get into a cycle where you're having to repeat things. And remember, whatever you're going through, God will give you strength to make it through the next day, to make it through the next week. Sometimes it's hard to be patient, but you can do it. And I would like to say thank you for going through this year with me so far in 2020, and we're going to continue to look for great things. At the end of this video, I'm going to insert some of my birthday photos that my daughter took, and she did a great job, and I'm thankful for both of my girls who do so much to make sure that mom has what she needs. And I'm thankful to God for them, because they are my motivation, and they inspire me and encourage me to keep pushing. And so does my husband, who works very, very hard. And hopefully he will watch this video and know that he too encourages and inspire me to be a better Miss Nora. Most people call me Miss Nora. And once again, thank you for tuning into my channel. And do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk with y'all soon. And remember, keep God first.